I don't have time to discuss this with you. Would you get out of my way?
Dixie?
Nothing. Would you get out of my way?
Did David come on to you?
What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
Listen, Dixie, married women are David's weakness. Or should I say his passion. I mean, how bad is it? Did he force himself on you?
No, it wasn't like that. No one forced anyone.
Was it consensual? Dixie, please tell me that you're too smart, you're too classy to get involved with a louse like David Hayward.
Okay, he kissed me, all right? Do you mind? He kissed me.
And you kissed him back?
But you said it's fine, okay? You've got your story. Do you mind if I go now? I have to stop Dad from killing David.
No. You're not going anywhere near Tad.
Dixie quit. She no longer works for me, as you well know. So what is there to talk about?
You know, I remember the exact moment she told me about this job. Where we were. We were dancing at a wedding. She told me about your offer. Even then, I was dead set against it, but she'd already accepted, so that was that. It's one thing about my wife. She's committed. When she signs on for something, there's no turning back. Actually, that's one of the things I love most about her.
Yes, Dixie is extremely dedicated. In fact, she was a key factor in Dmitri Merrick's recovery. It was her refusal to let him give up, which really helped him save his life.
Yeah, and it's petty stuff, this life-saving business, isn't it? Fact is, I underestimated my wife's contribution. I thought as your assistant, all she would be doing is answering phones and scheduling appointments. I've listened to you two speak. She was the heartbeat of the operation. I mean, you might even say she kept things up and humming.
You might.
So how are you going to get along without her?
You know, it's going to be very difficult for a few weeks, but I guess we're just going to have to make
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about somebody that's going to decipher your chicken scratch or just, futz around with your appointment book. Now, I'm talking about all the stuff that's not on the job description. Where do you think you're going to find somebody who's patient enough to listen to you whine at the end of a long day over snifters of cognac? Where do you think you're going to find a shoulder that beautiful to cry on? Because we both know you never hired my wife as an assistant. You didn't need her as an assistant. You did it because you wanted her. And you still do.
Is this your imagination talking, Ted? Or do you have something to back it up?
There's nothing wrong with my imagination. But there is something desperately wrong with you. Dixie told me everything.
I need to know why you had to get drunk, Bianca. Why did you have to feel numb? I can't tell you. I can't. Oh, yes, you can, and you will. I'm in recovery. You knew how I would react to you coming in here stumbling around drunk.
Erica.
You stay out of this. You wanted me to see you like this. You wanted me to see you like this. Okay, you got your wish. Now I have a wish. I need your reasons. And not the lame excuses that you throw at me all the time when you are acting out whatever it is that's bothering you. That you are a misfit or what hell it is to be Erica Kane's daughter. I need to know what's going on. And I need to know now. Do you understand me?
My head.
No. You're not going to faint until you give me the answers. I'm going to make a pot of coffee really hot and really strong, and you're going to drink it, and your head is going to clear. And you're going to tell me what's behind all this, Bianca. Leo, you make sure that she stays awake.
Leo, help me. Please. Help me tell her why I got drunk. Why I tried to make it with Marcus. Leo, please, help me. Help me tell her why I couldn't. Because I fell in love with Sarah. I I wish you were here right now. I wish she could take me far away from here. And love me forever.
Okay, Jake, I'm busted. I am using you for something that I want. Now, I do believe in good works and all of that, but I also believe that by sponsoring this fundraiser, it'll raise a lot of positive buzz for my startup. So your pregnant teens will get the support that they need, and my company will get a lot of recognition and a lot of good publicity.
Well, let me get this straight, Ryan. This is all about hyping your new internet gig, right?
Shameless but true. Yes. Come on, Jake. Can't tell me you mind supporting free enterprise while you reap big rewards here. The bottom line is these pregnant teens and their babies will get the money, right?
That is the bottom line.
Jake, you know what? I've been spending a lot of time with Ruth, learning about fundraising and all that. Do you mind if I talk to Ryan and get a few details?
What, you want me to leave?
Can you give us 5 minutes?
I have plenty of work that I can do. See you in a couple minutes.
Okay, Ryan, what is this about?
I told you, Jillian.
I don't believe you. You said you and I were over, and now you come up with a scheme?
Come up with a scheme? What are you talking about? This proposal with Jake is strictly business, that's
Don't
all.
lie to me. Don't even try.
Who made you Tad's bodyguard? Oh, please. If you go and you get in the middle of Tad and David, what's going to happen? Tad's going to have to show his muscles to prove he's a man, and then what? Is that what you want? Another brawl? I know Tad longer than you do. And you are the only woman that he has ever loved. You are the only woman that he's ever wanted. And he's paid dearly for it. He has crawled and repented and reinvented himself to hang on to you because you are his life. And now you sold him down the river for the price of a kiss with what, the idiot David Hayward?
Excuse me, I did not sell him down the river. It was a kiss. It was a moment at a time. It didn't mean anything.
It's amazing.
What?
Tad has always had you on a pedestal because he's the screw-up. And you are, well, perfect.
Oh, you know, shut
You
up.
called me for many years a homewrecker and a whore. And now you are making decisions from the wrong side of the street.
Excuse me, please. I didn't sleep with David. I happen to love my husband.
I know you do. But you wanted David. And I think you still do.
Who are you calling?
I think it's in both of our best interests that I call security. I don't want to re-injure my hand, and it looks like I'm going to have to defend myself.
Don't worry, Doc. Because I'm not going to beat the hell out of you. That wouldn't do any good, would it? And that would only be in your interest. So many people feel sorry for you. Your wounds would heal, and then you'd be right back in business again. David Hayward, world-famous cardiologist, yada, 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 right? And then you'd be free to just pick up where you left off, tearing up everybody's lives. Leave them all bloody and scarred. As until now. You set up the wrong man's wife. And when I'm through with you, I'm going to make good and sure that the only person who's scarred for life is you.
The first night that Sarah and I were together, it was late. Way past lights out. And rehab was really strict about bedtimes. But we would always crawl into bed together and hide under the covers and talk by flashlight. Sometimes we would just stay there all night, talk till morning. But that night we didn't really say much of anything.
Did you know what was going to happen?
Yeah, I knew, because earlier that night after dinner, we were in the rec room, and this guy and this girl were making out. It was like totally forbidden in rehab, so they were hiding behind this big planter. But Sarah and I watched, and she asked me if I had ever hooked up with anybody before, and I told her I hadn't.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the thought of being that close to somebody just sort of scared me.
So you just sat and watched the makeout king and queen?
Yeah. Then they finished and they left. Sarah and I were alone. And she leaned in. And she kissed me. And it was as though I had been holding my breath for my whole life. And then she kissed me, and suddenly I could breathe. She felt it too. And I know she did because we talked about it. How could she turn around and just blow me off? How could she say that we were a mistake? How could Sarah hurt me